Hi guys, and here's my review on Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now basically, I have to say one thing. The very first time when I or even everyone else heard about this film, they were going to say this film will be stupid. I mean, Disney is producing slash promoting this film. This will not ever go good. Never. But before that, it was announced that this film will be directed by J.J. Abrams. Who is he? Well, he directed such great films like Super 8 Cloverfield, Mission Impossible 3, and not to forget Star Trek 1 and 2, and he produced TV series like Alias, Lost, and all the other great ones. So he's basically a nerd, a complete nerd through and through. So I was very amazed that he is being selected to be the director of this film, and he was very hesitant for it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this, but basically he wanted to do it. Eventually, when he when he was asked about the question, "Who is Luke Skywalker?" or was it "What is Luke Skywalker?" Whatever, that caught his attention. And I'm glad, because this film really explains who or what is Luke Skywalker, basically. And not giving any spoilers for this review, there's going to be no spoiler, but I have to say, the ending, I cried. I cried my freaking eyes off. I'm not going to say why. This film is very emotional, funny, exciting, thrilling, and full of adventures that was good on the old Star Wars films. Basically, in Empire Strikes Back. The plot. Well, it's kind of a good plot. We have noticed that Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Leia and Chewbacca, they're all like a myth. They're like a huge myth in this world. And it's been like 30 years before these new characters meet these old characters. And these two new characters are called Finn and Rey. Finn was a brainwashed stormtrooper. And then he decides, I don't want to be in this place. He gets the fuck out. And of course, in that notion, well, all sorts of things click on. We meet this girl called Rey, played by Daisy Ridley. She's beyond fantastic in this film. Well, not in the last part. Well, now we'll get to that later. Not in this video, but later. And then we meet this new pilot, X-Wing pilot called Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac. This guy is delightfully funny. And then we have this new kind of a R2D2 is droid. This it's like a football with some kind of donut hanging on his head called BB-8. Pretty funny name. And of course, this new Star Wars villain called Kylo Ren is after also Luke Skywalker, and there are a lot of references in the New Hope, so you will know the plot basically, but it has this plot that this new villain and these old heroes are basically on the hunt of Luke Skywalker. Another one wants to kill him, another one wants to find him before that, and that's the whole plot for this movie. And it's filled with good things. And for this new Star Wars film's name, it's called Kylo Ren. And yeah, I have to say two things that I really don't like about this character. I just find it funny. And basically, before we got this new villain, let's talk about Han Solo and Chewbacca. Thank God. Thank God they are okay in this one, but beyond funny. Harrison Ford is like Okay, he is basically Han Solo again, but in 30 years. I mean, he is old, but he's not like, this very. He is Han Solo as an old, grumpy guy, but a little bit thick and funny lines, and I like it. And for Chewie, thank God Peter Mayhew, you're back as huge, but you had way too much screen time. I'm sorry, but and for the comedic timing on Chewie, this time was very, very loose for me. I didn't know, but I didn't like it. And the new bad guy, Kylo Ren, we got that. This is a villain that I always wanted this to be the new kind of a good bad villain in Star Wars films, and he is good. He is very, very good. And Adam Driver plays his part perfectly. But there are two things that I didn't like, as they're good, but I thought it was funny. Whenever he goes berserk, I mean, he goes all a race and nothing goes, right when what he's been ordered to do for other soldiers. He goes nuts. He's like, no, 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 no. He's like a fucking little kid. I might have that funny. Audience found it funny. I'm not sure was it for the comedy of the film or whatever. That's not a villain things to do. That was like, like in Spaceball things to do. I don't know, whatever. And yeah, when he reveals his face, one of my friends said that face did not look great. And I have to say, yeah, the face looks pretty stupid, I have to say. But still, it's a character's face. I don't mind, but it was like, this kind of a wimp. Sorry. And of course, we have General Leia. Leia Organa. Sorry, Commander. And Carrie is okay. She is funny, but she is old Leia, so it's not basically funny. So, for the main characters, John Boyega and Daisy Ridley, Ray and Finn, they are amazing. And they both have good comedic timing, especially John Boyega. And Daisy Ridley's character, Ray, I'm not going to say anything else, but if this film really presents her character acting and her own acting, she will be in numerously good films. For John Boyega, I think he will be landed on comedic roles. I'm not sure. Okay, the good parts for these films are I like the effects. The effects are amazing, especially this one scene. It's happening in desert and it's beyond. This is cool. This is cool chase scene. I like it. It was fun in 3D way, and I didn't want it to stop. I was like, go, 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 and it went on like in entertaining way. I enjoyed a living hell of it. That was fun. There are good cameos in this film. I'm not gonna spoil them, but they're very noticeable. But sometimes they're pretty like what the fuck moments. Um. The other things. Well, that's about it. There's one cool accent. Oh, and there are those scenes that I just enjoyed the living hell of it. There's one huge good battle scene, and the third part of the film is basically it's something new from Star Wars films. This is very new, but I don't want to spoil this, but that one moment I wept. I was like a weeping baby. I wasn't expecting this scene to happen, and I cried. I'm not gonna say what it is, but all the Star Wars people from the old films, you will feel this much cry moments than I did. When I saw this scene in theaters, and all the other ones, especially my sister, I was like, my heart was pounding, and then it happened, and my eyes was like, no. I'm not gonna say what it was, but my God, that was a boss move. Like, it's like huge thank you for the audience. Not a bad one, but it was like, why? Okay, for the creature effects, they are horrendously but ugly. Well, there are some creatures that I did like, some things I didn't enjoy, and you know, this is the time when we need new aliens. And there's this one good scene. It's like, like a new tavern kind of place. And there are so many funny creatures there. And I'm not going to spoil, but there's this one scene where they go into this one table where there are these three kind of mosquito kind of guys, aliens, these huge ones. And my sister laughed at it, and I laughed at it too. It was like pretty hilarious. That was that was a funny moment. And yeah, it's pretty good to see these new kind of locations. The locations are just beyond good. I mean, this is the best part of the new Star Wars. Sorry, the old Star Wars films. We have sets. These are actual sets. These are not like, we're making this green screen thing. We have actual sets and it's beyond good. It's supportive, it's fun, but there are a lot of CGI places, of course, but the places where they are set and walk in there, it's good. And you're gonna notice one cameo from one of the creatures from the old ones that was like, thank you. Thank you very much. And what else to say about this film? Yeah, that's not about it. It's fun, exciting. I love it, enjoy it, live in hell of it. But for the ratings part, let's say for J.J. Abrams' first direction, 9 plus. For the film itself, in the grade of 1 to 5 stars, I will give it 4 out of 5 stars. And for like IMDb rating, for 1 out of 10, a solid 8.5. Nothing more, but that is how I enjoy it. And when you see this film, don't see this film like, this is a new Star Wars film. Look it as the old ones, and you will notice a lot of things in this old one things. And you notice a lot of things in the background, foreground, like, right in the center. I noticed a lot of things, and that was good expectations for those things. And for spoilers, people, beware. When you see this film, do not spoil for no one. Let everyone see this film before you spoil for some reasons, because you don't want to spoil this film before the new ones come out. There are going to be 2 movies / 2 spin-offs, and that's about it. And of course, is there Luke Skywalker in this film? Yes. Which part? I don't want to spoil it. But let's just say that moment was magical. So, that was my... Oh, sorry. The comedy in this film, before I stop this review, the comedy in this film is beyond hilarious. I laughed so hard for some parts, I didn't even notice the laugh. I was like, some people laugh, and I was like, oh, should I supposed to laugh at this? But I laughed. And this film has a lot of laughs. But beyond that, this film is also a sad one. So that was my version. How do I react or review this film? And it was fun, exciting, and of course, thrill ride of all time. But was it this year's best film? You will see that list next week, before Christmas. So this was my review on Star Wars The Force Awakens Part 7. If you have seen this film, what are your opinions? What did you think about it? And just have to say one thing. I cannot wait the next parts. Because when this movie is over, people, you wanna see more. You really wanna see more. Because this film is basically like a Prometheus of Star Wars films. You will notice it. I'm Mixutin87. Thank you for watching this review, and may the Force be with you always. See ya.